Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. Welcome back to another Strong Qigong. This one we call the Princess on the Mountain, and it's apropos because here we are on the side of a mountain in the Blue Ridge of Western North Carolina. And we did a series we call the Princess on the Mountain, which is a Tai Chi Qigong routine. First off, we started off with draw back and push. Draw back and push kind of set us up both east and west. And once we were facing in each direction, we went into Princess on the Mountain. It's a big lunge and we draw back, we open the chest to the sky. It's great for opening up breathing. And from there, we went to Princess in the Valley, which is sort of a sister movement, as you would imagine. And that's where you scoop underneath, still opening the chest to the sky. Great for breath and balance and shifting weight. From the Princess on the Mountain and the Princess in the Valley, we went to an old classic because we always do a wide horse riding stance in Strong Qigong. This one was from the Ba Dua Jin, the 8 brocades. This was drawing the bow to shoot the arrow in the horse stance. We did both directions, again, east and west. And then we always finish up with a single leg stance to check our balance. And that was an old favorite as well, known as rooster stands on one leg. We get up on one foot, breathing in. We exhale, shift to the other side, breathing in. And again, it's all about calibrating our breath with our movement. So we get the ABCs. We get the alignment with A, we get the breath with B, we get the core with C. That's what Strong Qigong is all about. And again, you don't have to be perfect. That's not the idea. The idea is to taste flow and get into the flow state and feel it. And we always do our meditative stances, our guided imagery. So I hope you enjoy this session and I hope you'll come back again and again. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to leave some comments and don't forget to share it with loved ones. We enjoy having you here for Strong Qigong. Let's begin, as we always do, with Strong Qigong, with breathwork. Your call. We call this first series Sharpening the Mind on the Stone of the Breath. This is where we take deep, slow, quiet, even breaths, long and slow, deep and silent, and we're slowing our pace down. That slowing tips our autonomic nervous system towards rest and digest. And then as we start that pace, we begin to search for the bottom of the breath cycle, right where out-breath changes to in-breath. And we try to lengthen that. So we squeeze a little more air out at the very bottom, just puff a little more air out. We use our floating ribs for that to squeeze out the lower lobes of the lungs, just like a bellows. And when we notice that when we do that, our inhale through our nose is much deeper. So as we say in Strong Qigong, key to taking a deep breath isn't how much we draw in. Key to taking a deep breath is how much we come out. Bottom of every breath cycle, see if you can just pause before you inhale and squeeze a little more air out, and then let that inhale through the nose become deeper and slower as well. Now, as you're doing that, you can, if you're comfortable doing so, invite your eyes to close. As you invite your eyes to close, you begin to focus the mind. And what we focus on is that fleeting moment where out-breath changes to in-breath, and in-breath changes back to out-breath. Seek out those fleeting moments. We call that the poles of the breath. And we call this sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. So we often visualize the long samurai katana, and we draw it when we inhale towards us. And as we draw it with our inhale, we're following the edge along the stone, sharpening it. And then when we find that fleeting moment, we flip the blade and we push it from us with the exhale. So it falls in line with our inhale, drawing the sword towards us, flipping the blade on that fleeting moment and exhaling it, pushing it from us. We focus on the fleeting moment, flipping of the blade back and forth. That's sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. And if use that visualization if it suits you. After a few more breaths in this manner, you can invite your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. As we work our way into our warm-ups from head to toe, we begin with yoga neck roll. We take a nice deep breath in, we let our head float like a balloon on a string, and then we purse lips. And as we blow through a straw, we drop our chin as if we're slowly letting air out of the balloon. When we inhale again, we inhale and we sweep one ear past one shoulder. We exhale and sweep across and inhale past the other shoulder. So as we exhale through pursed lips, we cross the chest. As we inhale, we draw the ear up past the shoulder. This is the yoga neck roll. It's a great way to get yourself calibrated with your movement. Side to side, inhaling, ear past the shoulder, exhaling, chin past the chest. Beautifully done. Now on your next exhale, you can pause in the middle. Inhale your chin back upright as we work into the shoulder girdle. We begin to inhale and loop our shoulders forward and upward with our breath. Bring them around back. Squeeze them downward and backward as we exhale. We continue in this manner. And if you'll notice, I kind of get the knees involved too. And when you see this performed by the experts, they often get their whole body moving like a wave. So don't be bashful. You can do just your shoulders, but you can get your whole body involved. Inhaling, looping forward, exhaling, squeezing down, waking up the area between the shoulder blades, known as the Dutch way. Beautifully done. Oh, good way to warm up and get started. On your next exhale, you can relax your shoulders, turning your eyes towards your head. You begin to scoop and toss the hand behind you from side to side, scooping with palm up, tossing with palm down, and if you're careful to do so, if you care to do so, you can use and calibrate your breath. So you can inhale your palm up and then exhale it palm down behind you, side to side. We call this windmills, but it's a form of silk reeling. Any repetitive movement in Tai Chi and Qigong kind of falls under that category, like a calisthenic. We're just getting our upper body and limbs involved, warming us up as we breathe through our. Then from our hands, we get the elbows involved, and you throw some elbows in big circles behind you. And once you've gotten your elbows involved, you work your way into your shoulder blades, giving it rolling shoulder backward behind you. This looping side to side actually turns your trunk and shifts your weight, which allows you to go right into the ragdoll. So you begin to turn from side to side, letting your hand flail from your body freely. And it's the turning of your trunk that so perfectly fits from ragdoll into what's known lovingly as the pellet drum or the prayer drum. Begin to slap or tap the top of your opposite shoulder and your low back, using your momentum, turning from side to side. And after you've started at the top of the shoulder, you work your way to the top of your chest, up around your collarbone, somewhere safe to slap or tap. After you've done the top of the collarbone up by the top of the chest, you drop to the bottom of the rib cage, those classic floating ribs we were talking about earlier, the ones that squeeze out that little extra bit of breath at the bottom of every breath cycle. And after we've done the bottom of the rib cage, we go to the hips. We simply use our momentum to warm up the upper half of our body. And with that, we're ready now to go to the bottom half. We let our hands drift to our hips. We begin big looping hula hoops. And these big looping hula hoops we call stirring the bowl. Stirring the bowl, not unlike the bell of a wine glass. Beautifully done. Whichever direction you chose is fine, because you can simply pause, loop in the opposite direction. Big looping circles. Beautifully done. Unwinding what we've wound, as we always strive in Strong Qigong. And after we've done a few of these, we can settle into the middle and get out into a little bit wider, little bit lower stance. We call the horse stance, also known as Mabu. As we rise and fall, we can bounce a little bit as if we were riding a horse. For a couple of more warm-ups for the lower body. This is known as the Great Bear Swing. As we take a deep breath in, as we exhale, we turn our trunks and drop down. As we inhale, we turn our trunks, rise, pause. Exhale, turn trunk, drop down. Inhale, rise to pause, and you can rest your paws on your thighs, anywhere comfortable. As you inhale yourself up and exhale yourself down. Beautifully done. Rising and falling. Great Bear swings from side to side. Pausing at the bottom, remaining in horse stance. Inhale your trunk upright. Before we leave our horse stance, let's shift weight on a figure 8. So simply shift from side to side and allow a little swirl in the hips as you turn direction, almost like you're backing into something. And do so in this figure 8 fashion. This is a great way to learn and to practice moving from your lower dantian, from the cauldron of the body, seat of chi energy, and it allows all 3 cauldrons to move, resting peacefully on one another, as you can see. So after a few more of these, you can allow yourself to settle in the middle. Bring your feet back to what we call tandem stance, square stance, center stance. In other words, shoulder width. Then shift weight to one foot, raise the opposite heel, do a few loops inward with the knee. And when the knee does its move, the ankle and foot follow along obediently. After you've done a few in one direction, unwind in the other. Well done. What we do to the east, we do to the west. Shift weight, raise the opposite heel, loop in. After you've looped in, loop out. Beautifully done. We're almost done now. We allow our center of gravity to settle within our base of support. Only thing we missed was the wrists and hands and forearms. Lace your fingers in front of your heart and just do some rolls. After you've rolled a few times with deep, slow, quiet, even breaths in one direction, simply pause and loop in the opposite direction, always unwinding what we've wound. Always balancing yin and yang. Now, since we're clasping the hands in front of the heart, we can unclasp them and begin using our palm to exhale slowly down and then inhale slowly up and continue breathing in this manner. This is known as Qigong breathing, another one of our visualization techniques. First, we started with sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. And now we move to Qigong breathing, what's known as cleansing the inner body. So if you'll notice, as you inhale and lead with your palms, you're breathing between 2 of your energy center. This is the middle dantian and the lower dantian, the cauldron of the heart, the cauldron of the body. But to get the full effect, we love to use the cauldron of the mind, the third eye center. So if you're comfortable with your balance, you might invite your eyes to close. With closed eyes, you can use the full power of your visualization, imagination, concentration, and meditation. As you inhale your palms up, visualize a glowing mist rising from the core of the earth, through the soles of your feet, through the trillion cells of your inner galaxy, your inner body. And it collects up in the upper dantian, the third eye center, the home of your visualization. As you exhale and your palms melt down, you imagine That glowing mist becomes a glowing cloud. That glowing cloud becomes a glowing rain. That glowing rain washes down your inner body. Those same trillions of cells through your body into the core of the earth. So what you're visualizing is breathing into and out of the earth you're standing on. As you inhale, the glowing mist rises. As you exhale, the glowing ray falls. And you wash your inner body. This is called cleansing the inner body, classic Qigong visualization, and it prepares us for all that follows. So the next time your hands rise, you invite them to pause in a hugging stance at heart height. We know this is our meditative pose. This is stand like tree. This is where we take inventory of our life and enjoy visualization we just created. So with long neck and light head, floating upward like a balloon, our heavy shoulders and our heavy tail melt downward. Between them, the spine gently stretches. This is what's known as the string of pearls in the ancient Asian literature. Our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one, and our feet are parallel in a firm, rooted stance, like a mighty oak. Those three energy centers we were just visualizing and breathing between are resting peacefully on one another as if we carefully gather, stack, and balance three smooth river rocks on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath, soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stir. We see the warm-ups in our mind's eye. We feel and see the yoga neck roll and the Dai Wei shoulder roll. See and feel the windmill and the pellet drum. See and feel the great bear swings and shifting weight on a figure eight. Feel it course through us. This is the beauty of our own personal visualization, imagination, and concentration, gifted to us by our upper dantian, our third eye center. As we breathe through it, we begin to allow our hands to make a slow journey downward till the thumbs cross over the belly button at their destination, and our folded fingers warm just below in an area we know lovingly, the cauldron of the body, the lower dantian, the seat, chi energy. And with closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we extend every exhale. We blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body, and as we do, delight in the growing, glowing light. As the embers respond, begin to fill our inner body and inner galaxy with light. We draw the light upward with each deep ensuing inhale. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the two-head cauldron that we started with. And they respond as well. The embers grow brighter and brighter, and we draw the light upward and out. We fill the inner body, the inner galaxy, trillions of cells with light, till it spills beyond the inner galaxy and bathes the space between us, around us. Light, warm, silken, chi energy. May your body be strong. May your heart be calm. If your eyes are closed, enjoy it a moment longer. As your hands begin to slowly melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might meet a flower. Welcome back. We step now into the center of our little boat. The hand on this side of your room or screen floats before your heart like a gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it. Together, straight, slowly exhale and bow to one another in a gesture of mutual respect. As we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, as we exhale, our hands melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale them up overhead an inch apart. Slowly and deliberately exhale down our center line, This is known as centering the chi, where we begin and end every session together. We do another one, and this time we just bring our palms together. Do this in deference to the Shaolin. We exhale to the heart center, since we borrow so much from them. You just want to show respect. We inhale, our elbows rise and wrists straight. As we exhale, our hands melt down. We are ready. And now, step out into our little boat. We unlock both knees, and as we inhale, the hands up an inch apart again. We exhale slowly down, and our knees and hands calibrate with our breath. Inhale and rise. We exhale and fold. This is known as sinking the chi. This is where we return again and again in Strong Qigong. And we do this so that we can get our height, so to speak. How high we want to reach, how low we want to go. You control this. It's for you. And you get your 3 energy centers resting peacefully on one another, like those 3 smooth river runs on life's river's edge. Beautifully done. This is sinking the chi, following the breath upward, following the breath down. Well done. When your hands drop again, I'm going to ask you to pause at the bottom, palms facing downward, then inhale them up to heart height with arms extended, and then exhale back down and continue this now. This is known as opening the door. Opening the door is the first move in formal Tai Chi and Qigong routines. As we know, 23 moves might follow it in the formal routine, or heck, there are all kinds. 39 moves, there could be 107 moves. But Strong Qigong is based on silk reeling. It's about getting in the flow, not being perfect. And so we use it just to kind of get us into that breathing rhythm, inhaling and rising, exhaling and forward. Coming up, in a moment when your hands rise again, I'm going to invite you to begin to loop them towards your heart as you inhale, like so. Inhaling towards your heart, dropping and pushing and rising and continuing in this manner. Tai Chi, this is known as draw back and push. You inhale, looping towards your heart. You exhale, push and rise, and do it again. Again, silk reeling, beautifully done. When your hands rise again, invite them to pause extended in front of you. Let them float to the east, and then begin rolling back as you inhale onto your heel, and then exhale and lunge. So continue with draw back and push in this manner, inhaling back, exhale and lunge. This is what you see more in the formal Tai Chi form. You see it over one foot, the eastern foot we'll call it here. And you exhale and push. Now coming up, we're going to do a move we call lovingly Princess on the Mountain. And as you draw back, I'm going to ask you to invite your hands to drop in a moment. When they drop, I'm going to invite you to raise your chest and eyes towards the sky and follow through on the move. So prepare yourself on this next one, if you're comfortable doing so, to drop the hands like I'm doing, open the chest towards the sky, and as you lunge forward, cross your wrists. Then do it again. Inhale to the back. Exhale to the front, and continue in this manner. This is the Princess on the Mountain. Beautifully done. Inhale to the back foot, exhale to the front. Remember, silk reeling is the core of Strong Qigong. You don't have to be perfect. You can simply feel the flow. Well done. On this next one, when you lunge forward, pause and resume. Draw back and push. Well done. Inhale to the back foot. Exhale to the front. When your hands push forward again, invite them to pause and let your whole body turn towards the west, the hands and everything. And then draw back and push to the west. Inhale, back foot, exhale, front foot. Well done. As we continue, draw back and push. We'll explore Princess on the Mountain, east and west. So in a moment, when you draw back, invite your hands to drop. Bring the chest to the sky like so. Look to the sky. Then exhale forward, crossing wrists, and continue. Inhale to the back foot. Exhale to the front. The Princess on the Mountain, east and west. Beautifully done. When your hands lunge forward again, pause and resume. Draw back and push to the west. Well done. Now, in a moment, I'm going to invite you to pause and float to the eastern side again. So when you feel comfortable doing so, simply pause, loop back to the eastern side, resume, draw back, and push. Well done. Inhale back, exhale and lunge. And from Princess on the Mountain, we'll go to Princess in the Valley. So it's a crossing of the wrists as well, but this time it's palms up as we lunge forward. So when we draw back, we bring our hands back, cross our wrists, inhale up, and open our chest to the sky again. So prepare yourself. On this next one, as we come back, you can draw it, cross wrist, scoop forward, and inhale, open to the sky. Exhale forward, scooping, inhale back. As you exhale forward, cross wrists, inhale back. Big inhale. It's beautiful as the hands and chest open to the sky. Princess in the Valley. As we always say in Strong Qigong, whatever we do to the east, we do to the west. And pull. Well done. After you've done, draw back and push to the east. When you extend your hands again, pause and float to the west. Then resume, draw back and push. Loop back and lunge. Inhale back. Exhale and lunge. Prepare yourself. On this upcoming lunge forward, and draw back to simply cross those wrists, palms up, scoop forward, inhale, open the chest to the sky, exhale forward, and perform Princess in the Valley, east and west. Beautifully done. This is such a great one. We're getting those, intercostal muscles involved. And inhale deeply. Beautifully done. And on your next inhale, resume your draw back and push. So loop back, lunge, inhale back, exhale. Beautifully done. Now, on your next forward, I'm going to invite you to pause and spread your hands wide. Well done. Now with wide hands, go into a little wider stance. Get into that horse stance where you can bob a little bit. Beautifully done. We've always got to throw a horse stance in. The hand on this side of your screen or room drops down and winds up in a gentle fist in front of the opposite shoulder. The hand that's extended holds up 2 fingers. This is called sword hand. And this is part of the Badwa Jin. This is drawing bow to shoot arrow. So we take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we melt down and draw across our chest. When we inhale and sweep to the side. Inhale up, exhale, draw across your chest as you exhale. Inhale and switch. Exhale down. Beautifully done. Draw the bow, shoot the arrow. The eyes fixed beyond the sword hands. You look off into the distance. You inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Well done. On this next one, pause at the bottom. Spread the hands wide. The hand and foot on this side of your screen or room comes to the center line. And then you inhale it up. As you exhale, switch sides. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fold. Go from side to side. We always have to throw a single leg stance into Strong Qigong, always checking our balance. This is known lovingly as the rooster stands on one leg. Beautifully done. Great way to land this plane. So on this next one, as you inhale and exhale out of it, find your center. Sink your chi. Rise with the breath. Fold with the breath. Continue. Floating and melting. Concert with the breath. When your hands rise again, look towards your heart to draw back and push. Inhale back. Exhale and rise, and pay attention to how your hands and arms move right into stand like tree pose. When you feel ready, invite your hands to pause in that heart-hugging height. Stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt down. As our spine, our string of furrows stretches between them, our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance like a mighty oak. Our three energy centers rest peacefully on one another. Three carefully gathered, stacked, and balanced three smooth river rugs, a Light's river's air. With soft knees and soft bellies, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the chi we stir. We see it in our mind's eye. We see draw back and push. The princess on the mountain, the princess in the valley, drawing bow to shoot the arrow. Rooster stands on one leg. See it, feel it course through us. In our mind's eye, we enjoy the show as our hands begin a slow journey down. One final one, crossing the thumbs over the belly button, the folded fingers warm on the cauldron of the body. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, we blow on the embers, the cauldron of the body. We delight in the growing light as we draw it upward with each inhale, and we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart. Drawing the lightward up still, we resume, blowing on the embers of both cauldron. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the mind, the upper Dantian, the home, this beautiful inward show. Blowing on the embers of all three cauldron, we fill the inner galaxy with the brightest light yet. It spills beyond our inner galaxy. It bathes the space between us. It spills beyond the space between us. It bathes the world around us. It spills beyond the world around us, and it bathes life itself. Light, warm, silken, chi energy that we cast outward to everyone we meet. If eyes are closed, we enjoy it as the hands melt to your side. May your body be strong. May your heart be calm. May your mind be sharp, and may your spirit be free. Invite your eyes to slowly, gently flutter open as if a butterfly weaving a flower. Step back into the center of our little boat. Very slowly and deliberately inhaling the hands up about an inch apart. Just as slowly, just as deliberately exhaling down your center line, centering your chi one final time as prongs. So the hand on this side can float to the heart. The hand on this side and cover it. Together we take a deep breath in straight. Slowly exhale and bow, and you give yourself a much earned, much deserved round of applause for the light you're making in today's world.